Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCP 2025 matchup.
Physical damage, they will be getting attack speed every single time they level up. And so anytime there's a possibility for those AD carries to go mid lane, you do see them tend to go mid lane because they're going to get just as much, if not more gold for being there. And if they're safe enough to be there, they'll also get more levels. So Aria actually getting looked at to flash forward in its first blood for Hitsto. Manages to find it, and Dire coming in here and just controlling Aria entirely this entire time.
Side of DFM is collapsing here. They're going to see Nidalee without flash though.
Yeah, no flash on Nidalee. Xenoblade does connect, but a great jump away as Taki's going to find his way now into Gu1. Flash will go down. The Valkyrie, though, a lot of burn damage, and will be able to pick up a second kill now for the side of Team Secret Wales. That'll be a third, and forward will still go this Nidalee. The trap being placed earlier. One more will do it, but Aria's going to be able to turn back. No, only just will Harp survive, and Aria trying to turn one around. The heal's enough. Through comes Ray Farkey, though. Can he be the cleanup squad they need? One is picked up, but he's not going to get the reset on that queue. And just like that, Team Secret Wales pick up 3.
And skirmishes with the Corki just because he has lane presence in his 1v1. Straight up weaker champ than Yon in a duel, but he's just doing so well to chunk out his lane opponent and make sure that he cannot sustain these fights.
Well, coming back to live, it looks like we've got some more action. Taki getting slowed up by these Ash auto attacks. Aria find his way in. Fate Sealed will be able to secure him one. It's also the Void Grubs picked up 2 at least for the side of Team Secret Wales. Now as Aria goes back to his soul, is looking like he should be able to get out. Q3 over that wall, and 1 kill found back here for DFM. And a point I want to touch on in that fight, and it honestly didn't... Eventually. Right now, not so much, but can almost certainly guarantee tank items will be being purchased here on the Jace.
That is true, and I hate it. It's just it's so weird to me.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you said, though. Especially with the Nidalee, you kind of have to be ahead, and I think, you know, his toe has done a good job, absolutely, but I think honestly Dire has controlled Aria so well that it's made it a lot easier. Harp, okay. Dire turning around a little early made it somewhat scary, but his, yeah. I think ultimately, the thing about the trade of, you know, 2 ults for a flash is that does favor the team that got the flash, but in about a minute or 2 minutes time, right?
Yep.
Once those ults come back, because next time you go for Dire, he's not going to be able to get out. But no longer do we have to care about Dire, as Aria is the one being looked at. Hitsto does need to land one more auto attack, and it's going to be Taki coming in, headbutts that guy, and will be claiming that kill for himself. So instead of going for these grubs immediately, it's actually Hitsto and Taki who find an angle here.
In the enemy jungle and Corki hitting the bot lane turret, they need to pull the trigger. They need to throw the Ash ult, they need to send the Leona flash to make sure that they lock down this Nidalee and find that, you know, chunk or one shot before the rest of the team collapses, because you know, blowing the summoner there is such a big deal, and the Ash ult going wide, that was their shot, right? Yep. And now that they've, you know, thrown it and missed it, they need to just leave, because if they overcommit here, this is very scary that they don't have tools to, you know, punch the backline. Because we were talking about the items in the inventory and how Team Secret Wales is just, you know, that bit stronger right now, but certainly feeling like they're not, you know, fully backing off, giving their dragon over, and, you know, showing the respect to their enemies.
Yeah, a little bit confusing to me. I feel like that was probably an opportunity, especially the upgrades. We see Misfortune here, Eddie on the Misfortune picking up his Swifties. Looking like he might be heading towards an Essence Reaver as a second item after the Bloodthirster. Much similar to Marble. Possibly a meta that
Flash is available.
2 Japanese AD carries have discovered between themselves. Xenoblade will connect, Hero very low. Ash ult will also land. And the Stranglethorn's used. I mean, Jace is living for now. Hero, please tell me he doesn't get out. He is going to turn around. Oh my god, no! Oh, Hero! He dodges everything! There's no way! Gu1 flashes forward, misses the route, and Hero somehow will turn it around. Now, Ray Farkey, do you have the same amount of oomph in you? The flash away, yes, he's going to survive. Spear will go wide. Both top laners playing out of their minds to not only survive, but in Hero's case, pick himself up a kill.
That was very well played by Hero. You know, the unending heal, or the unending despair heal plus the little heal he got from grass. I thought it was a mistake that he, see the setup coming around the threshold right now. Looks like there, you know, could be the potential contest from DFM, but I think it is quite a hard one to, you know, really punish, because there is the double flashes on, you know, the main carries.
Teleport Hero's coming in from the flank. Gu1, he doesn't have flash, remember, he did just use it. Eddie trying to find the damage over the wall, will be able to do so, and forward will go the rest of the team. Hero makes his way in, they are able to pick up the first kill there. It's Eddie who does get that one. Aria with the soul, oh my goodness, that spear was 1 centimeter away, but the fate sealed Aria! There's no follow-up though, in comes the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, no one to do any damage forward, as Eddie's able to zone them all off, still full HP here on the Misfortune. Aria, not enough time left in that W, does mean
they won't be able to match up to the lane opponents. They don't feel pressured to start an objective randomly. But Team Secret Whales, on the other hand, both objectives being up in the Otacon and the Dragon, can choose where to go. But no flash on the Jace here.
Yeah,
Does have 2
Jace
items.
getting looked at. There is 5 people here on him. He does flash forward. He not going to flash forward, sorry. Jumps forward. Shut down, however, does go over to Arya. Are they able to turn this around? No harp. And a lot of ults have been used. He's so low now. Taki trying to find his way in. No flash available on this Alistair.
The
As
Fate
he's
Sealed,
trying
Arya
to
has
go
it.
forward. The public execution got a connection on the Misfortune.
4-man.
Oh my god, it's a 4-man. Arya's found so many great angles with that Fate Sealed. His harp is going to limp on out of there. Arya's still going forward, but the heal coming out of his toe is going to keep up both his AD carry and the Alistair. Only Eddie will be going down for the time being. His hero died very early
as
on.
you
Mentioned yesterday, with this item build, it does give you a bit more power in the side lane, but when it comes to that team fight, you know, landing a 4-man Fate Sealed, it doesn't hit quite as hard as it would if you do go there.
So it is very hard to execute those kind of builds against the best players in the world, and it's just generally better to build, you know, more consistent builds.
Double charge. Oh no, was it changed? I don't know. Anyway.
No, the first tower just died. He drove past it.
Yeah, no, I know. Usually you get to do the double charge of if you're in it when it dies. Or at least that's how it used to work. Or maybe you have to hit it.
think
I
that
don't know.
every single ult that Ash is shooting out right now needs to equal a kill to get back to this game. So there are other members on the team, but we see Harp face checking.
Yeah, Harp's going to go down almost instantly. Does get the aftershock, but it's certainly not in time. Forward will go Arya, but it's going to be Hero flashing over that wall and getting on out of there himself as
Full reset.
he did feel a little bit worried. It is a full reset, however. We do see Guwon very, very low. Going to get some health back from at least the Krugs, but I don't know if it'll be enough as they are going to be able to sort of defend this. It is at least a look here on Tutaki, but with the Unbreakable Will, it shouldn't really amount to much. And Dire, in fact, after seeing so much committed, will be going forward and definitely defending and picking up this Otacon. So the Voracious Otacon will be picked up once again. It's all we've seen thus far here in the LCP, and reset should
start
come.
this one with, you know, minimal vision control right now because they do have the revives, they do have the smite secure advantage.
Yeah, Hero teleporting
And
in.
he
He's
goes the
got
TP flank.
Yeah, he's got himself a TP flank here. I think Kakun has to be so careful. Does have flash, does have barrier up for him. And have a look at Hero now. He's in the middle of 3. He does get a nice knockback onto Kakun. He does flash over the wall into that red side pit. And Arya trying to find something. 1, 2, 3, man. Yone, the Fate Sealed is fantastic yet again. Down will go 1 withdrawal. Down will go 2. Taki is limping out of there as Guwon gets taken down to very minimal health. This flash forward now from Dire. 1 HP left on Harp and the Corki. Not able to pick up that kill on the Leona. Will withdraw it as well. Arya going aggressive onto Eddie, but it's not going to be good enough. There is still the withdrawal available for this Misfortune, and that is not the same for the Yone. It's 2 kills found to 0 on the other side as, hello everyone, we are back, and it should just be Baron time.
And that is, these team fights, you know, with Team Secret Whales being so far ahead, they still look pretty good for DFM, right? And if they were just, you know, didn't have to worry about the withdrawals coming through, didn't have to worry about, you know, TP flanks, they would just be doing a lot better in this overall game. But I think that they've kind of psyched themselves out when, you know, they lose a member that they don't feel too confident to contest, even though there were resources blown to take down that member who they lost.
This game, like, are you going to hit a Nidalee? Probably not. We hit a Corki? Probably not. We hit a Misfortune? Probably not. If you do, it gets cleansed. It feels like you're just using it to answer, you know, maybe the hero jumps on you and you use it to buy yourself some time and start kiting him away, because the Ashe will be able to kite around the Jace as long as you can make that original gap. Anyway, Arya going to be able to proclaim himself an objective bounty top, but in the meanwhile, it's this Baron buffed up minion wave down the bot side, and Team Secret Whales just committing 5 members all to one wave means that it should just be this tower going down. It's a 4v5. They're already stronger. Hero getting between the towers, should be able to get the knock back onto Harp. Xenoblade to try and get himself out. Will be able to do so. The Strangleforce is very good, but unfortunately it is just so much damage coming out of Dire. He picks up one. The Pulverize is fantastic as 3 people just get knocked up. Ray Faki trying to turn as he can, but Guwon goes golden, as will Hizzo at the same time. But it's Eddie who claims to. Only Arya remains, and he's teleported into the back to try and cut these minion waves as Hero is trying to deal with him at the same time. It's now Baroned up. Arya turns around, Inhib is taken out. The minion waves still exist with the rest of the team. Nexus Tower number 1, Nexus Tower number 2, and Nexus number 1 for Team Secret Whales as they claim their first game in the LCP.
And what a dominant performance. I think in all 6 games that we saw yesterday, it was a back of Orianna, and Wukong is insane. It's just, you know, I think Malphite in general is just a broken champion. He's a tank who does so much damage and has the best engage ult in the game. And the fact that both of them went for a combat summon lane, you know, a lot of times you do see Orianna's just going the phase rush, but Q might connect here. Going to be some harass going.
Q is going to connect, but Histo is here to answer, and Aria finds another good amount of damage there. Guwon's actually going to be able to flash away as Dyer takes another substantial amount of damage. Histo really just going back in to try and find almost a trade back onto Aurora to even things out after, you know, after the immediate teleport back in, Dyer actually sort of moonwalking on all of Aria's abilities and gets himself a very substantial health advantage. Guwon alleviating that pretty well. I think Aria a little bit indebted now to Vi.
Okay. Does land. That's going to be the first blood. This is just the power of the Poppy, right? The trade with the barrier.
Oh no! Oh, he lands the Q and the Poppy goes in for the second, and Taki gets himself a double kill. Are going to be given to one another. But then you both get low. If Malphite presses R and Cassante presses W,
the flash,
you win as the Cassante. Now Dyer is very low, no flash, but maybe able to get away. No Harp finds that last auto attack. And this is back.
Well, the grubs are pulled, so it's just going to be the trade of objectives, but you know, the first blood going over to Team Secret Wales means that, you know, that's 1 feat already secured, and then 1 of 3 are for the objectives now.
That's right. 1 foot already in the boots.
Team Secret Wales has the, you know, presence of mind to just be around mid to make sure that their mid laner doesn't get taken down.
Oh, Histo is going to use his clone to get over that wall, and immediately will be found out, but Guwon likewise. This is getting 1v1 by Taki. Going to get that shield up, and concussive blows helping out with a lot of damage, but I do think Taki's just going to win this. A fantastic hit, but trying to give Hero the kill, and will be doing so as Hero just comes flying down. I mean, he's not going to need his ult. Plus, it had that crazy thing where it would just one-shot an entire team if you killed someone.
Yeah, and it was, you know, that plus a pickaxe equals your Q evolve back in the day, but with the Kraken having, like, I think it was like 5 less AD, it wasn't a choice, really, if you wanted to have your Q evolve as fast as possible. But I think that it is genuinely better in competitive to buy items that get you as strong as possible, but...
Nice flash from Taki does get him out of there, but
coming out.
Looking like a 5v5 over these Void Grubs. Hero's going to be there. There's no real way to punish him, but Rayfaki is very, very strong indeed himself. Level 9 to level 8 of the opposing top laner, but doubt he will go. Doesn't find a way to use that Pathmaker. Should be able to get back here, though. There's only 1 grub left. Smite not available for his toe as Guwon has to find a way in. It doesn't look like he'll be able to. Forward goes Hero, but he misses completely. A nice ult from Aria. It doesn't matter, though, as 1 will go down. It's Harp, first of all. The Cyclone's big. The Cyclone will be finding 3, but his toe might just go down. It's still Kakun in the back. That does go down as well. Rayfaki, still very strong, finds a flash forward. It is the Natofu strikes. It will find him at least 1 kill, but there's no way to do anything to Eddie. And a double kill does come through for the Wukong. Eddie picks himself up at 2 as well. And it's just a good job trying to get 1 back and was able to eventually do so, but still another massive advantage for Team Secret Wales. They do pick up all of those 3 grubs, so it is 1 feat done in terms of that statistic, I guess, and they do get their second one now on the board. In fact, actually, that'll be...
He is played around and is able to push up and, you know, really extend his advantage instead of, you know, the Orianna who just really needs to be protected, not enabled.
Yeah. Well, going aggressive here, and Aria, he gets knocked up, but he might just be able to find his way out the E, the flash, and he should be completely fine to get on out of this, but still losing a lot for it. Oh my god, Eddie is so close with that true shot barrage, but close does not matter. Still, the objective up in the top lane. Hero is in between a lot of members, but Eddie here to support him. Ford does go hard. It is going to be that quickness, the grand entrance, everything used out of this Rakan. Not looking like he's going to be able to find a way out, or will he? No, the auto attack comes through. It's Dyer who picks up 1 more, and Ford will go Guwon, but with no more support, nothing will happen. Eddie, he's being looked at the other side of the map, does get that shift over the wall, and Aria returns. Remember, he just used absolutely everything trying to find his way out, but there is nowhere left to go as Histo will be able to secure himself that one. Taki, I have to be worried here. Pathmaker not going to connect, and he is very fast, but flashes over the wall. Histo now looking for Kakun, and there's no way out. No mana, no nothing. Rayfaki, the only one left alive, and this does feel a little hard for him to find the kill. Taki finds a stun. Hero now flashing over the wall, and down will go Cassante. The fight has extended. I wish this happened just 2 minutes earlier. It doesn't, but it is once again Team Secret Wales absolutely running away with the game. Rayfaki eventually does go down and gives over a second now to Hero. And it is Team Secret Wales very well and truly ahead in game. And just being a really good counter, honestly, against all 5 members of the opposing team. Wave does go wide. It's
one of the best feelings as a support when you can go around the map and ward with our teammates, and the fact that even Dyer has his arm guard. So if they do want to go for an overcommit onto him with an engage, he has his own response to that.
Yeah, Things so
Still
far.
a dragon,
so
though.
yeah, nice steal. You weren't able to put that one up as Taki just tanking up for Eddie here. And I mean, it just doesn't feel that easy to punish, right? Hitso is going to get altered, but it will be able to get the clone out. And Faki trying to find the damage. We'll do a substantial amount there with the Pathmaker, but before the resistance is gone, we'll be taken out. Eddie, Arcane shifting forward. Arya trying to find some angle, but certainly not the damage available on this Aurora to allow really anything to occur. Dyer just walking forward and doesn't feel pressured at all, just able to continue going. Get the flash, the Q, the dissonance. Even the ground from Taki. Yeah, Shockwave will connect as well. His toe, not able to find that one.
He didn't miss.
No, he didn't. He didn't
miss.
It's
He
just
dodged
funny.
it. It's fine, guys. All
This
right?
is just the Malphite Classic, though. You know, the whole game. You're
Yes.
playing against 5 champs that have a dash of some variety, and you're Malphite. It's just feeling
champion in
helpless.
particular, can we not deal it?
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes when you have a mobile champions, it's the Jarvan, and sometimes when you have a lot of dash champions, it is the Poppy. And in this case, Taki is just doing such a good job to mark the corridor and make sure it's hard to walk in.
Oh, nice. Q3 coming out of Ray Faki.
Doesn't commit the Poppycopter though, so it is almost back off cooldown to use that one again.
Yeah.
But
Oh, okay, I mean, no sums, no ult. Kakun does get found in the backline by Hero, and the fight will break out. Vile comes through, but nowhere near enough damage. There's no follow-up as well. Arya just using that ult to get away. It's a nice takeaway from Ray Faki, maybe able to find 1 kill onto the Wukong. No, he's going to miss that W. Goes back on in. The slow coming out now of that cheese wheel as his toe does get very low, but still the damage will be there. Eddie continuing on forward as Dyer's 1v2 back here. Arya, if he finds one more ability, may be able to find the kill, the flash away from that command distance, and should be able to get out there with all the moves to be granted, as well as this blast cone, although it is being matched by this Malphite. Still, I think he's completely okay. Yet another team fight won by Team Secret Wales.
to see if we do get the replay of the, as this is the, you know, the GA Artican, and especially with that, you know, almost 9,000 gold lead at this point, that is something that you do not want a team to have a revive for as well. Taki's just going to potentially just lock down Ari here. Does have the ulti though, so
Yeah, going to be able to find a way. True Shot Barrage going to do a lot of damage. Arya may be able to get the ult out. Doesn't look like for now. He does put it down, but still not able to get out of there. Clone taking a lot of damage, but that does not matter. The flash forward, and this time we do connect on that unstoppable force. Forward goes Guwon, but it's going to be answered by the Zhonyas. He's trying to do anything he can, but that is not a lot. Everyone's still able to withdraw, and everyone's still able to go forward. Eddie is going forward. He might just go down. The barrier's going to stop him. Down will go this tower, however, the Rift Seal is still available and so much damage coming out. There's nothing really that the side of DFM can do to answer it. Recalls will come through. No withdrawals used, and still the team fight win, still the objective. There's a dragon up, but still, I think more importantly, you can just march down middle bar.
yeah, and this is just that discipline that
He
I was
knows he's never getting this red buff, but just standing there and being a complete brick wall. Does have the Fimble Winter. An absolute classic at this point now. Dragon number 3. So if there wasn't enough win cons already and just how strong they are, there is another one on the map in 5 more minutes in this Chemtech Soul. Not really the best Soul. In fact, I think statistically the worst.
Yeah, it's it never feels too good to get Chemtech as a soul, but you know, a soul is still a soul.
Yeah, it's still
it helps
power.
a lot. You're never ever gonna be like, oh, you know, I got a dragon soul, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Like, it is, you know, a buff, and it helps you a lot. And it is quite easy for TSW to see as we look at this
fighting
engage.
2, both the carries going to be found. It's a really nice shockwave to follow up on that as Hitso completely in there. Still, the spot lane in tower will go down. The revives are all still there. It's Ray, Faki, Guwon, and Hart with everything to do, but 5 members strong, all full HP. Taki walking forward will just ignite this Cassante, and so much damage here on Nexus Tower number 1. There's no way in. There's no damage even if they get in. Ray Faki getting completely one-shot. Quickness used, but he's grounded. He can't find a way in. Taki's going to be withdrawn potentially. No, he's not even, and there's a lot of damage coming out from Cassante. Is it enough? It's a shutdown as the Voracious will go off. Dyer does get taken out for the 2nd time this game, and maybe, just maybe, it's going to be DFM holding on for just that little bit longer.
And I think that with what we've seen from TSW Wales, they're not going to overstay here and look for this one, but the TPs are coming through. Double TP from both solo laners. They're going to try collapse, and this is their one chance to get the gold they need to get back to this game.
Massive shutdown available here on both of Hero and Eddie. If they're able to find it, it can be very good. Taki's going to do a lot to try and defend, but it's going to be Aria who picks up one of the shutdowns. That's a second kill. DFM, they're so far behind, but by God, they're fighting back. Could it be a Baron? Cocoon gets that last team fight. So many members alive and everyone dead. Dire and Hero with everything to do. Both do have teleport. They can get here. They are very strong, and they do have their combo of ultimates. There is a lot for them to do. In fact, they're just going to end. Recalls have to come through. Dire and Hero, the blue pot has been purchased. Dire will be able to almost one-shot this tower. Remember, they do revive. If they don't end here, it's a really big tempo advantage for the side of DFM. Ray Farkey staying here onto Dire. The Baron is going to go down, and I think a potential misplay. Nothing gained. Both teleports lost. Baron picked up for DFM. They are still very, very far behind, but slight amounts of play now found for them to have some chance here in game number 2.
Yeah, so far
On this Kai'Sa. So, you know, despite the scoreline, is relatively strong, and if given enough uptime, should feel pretty good. Through comes everyone, though, and maybe we've just found Eddie caught out. Just a little bit of sloppy play around that mid lane, and DFM, it is getting a little scary now. This next fight around the Dragon should just be given, although Hero's sitting in the back, looking for the channel. Aria's going to find him.
not even looking.
Yeah,
just looking at the mid wave.
Both of them. I wonder if both of them were just, yeah.
One was in the shop and the other was just looking at the red dots in the bot lane. Fair enough, I would be doing the same thing, and you wouldn't really expect Malphite to be around the corner there. But a huge pickup finding Eddie there, and the fact they only had to commit, 2 ults. They still have the Rakan ult, they still have the all out, so they do feel strong enough to fight. Obviously, they do want to have their Assault and Battery back up because they need that one to threaten Dire. He is the main threat on the enemy team right now, and they can't really just be hitting the Wukong and Malphite in these fights because they are insanely tanky when you look at the inventories.
Yeah, there is Zhonya's available, however. So, got to find a way to try and get that off before the Viol comes through, otherwise it is pretty hard to follow up. You can get it and then try and follow up with Harp and whatnot, but I feel like if you're not CCing the Orianna, you probably just don't have the items available to be able to deal anything to her.
That's genuinely the play you want to do when you're versing Zhonya's as a Vi, is that you just make them stand still in a stasis, and then you follow it up with the Between Worlds, with the quickness coming out of Rakan, as we do see him on the flank here.
Yeah, looking for something. Comes that Poppycopter. Will he connect? Aria does dash over the wall, so cancelling the ult means that Taki will have it in just 5 more seconds, basically. Guwon's going to find his way into this pit. We are going to have a Spine Spy. Oh my god, Eddie is just CC'd. Eddie trying to find his way out. Ray Farkey lands that Q3. So much damage has come through, though, but Ray Farkey's going to find the shot down. His 2 on the other side of things has taken out Kakun. Both of these AD carries are dead. It's up to both the mid laners now to be that carry force. Ray Farkey trying to do as he might, not able to do it. Everyone's going down now on the side of DFM. They find one back. Both carries now dead for the side of Team Secret Wales, but it is going to be Team Secret Wales who do come up trumps. They have Taki, Histo, and
from the Vi and the quickness from the Rakan to be able to find picks onto crucial members. And if this was happening early on in the game where they were finding these correct executions onto the members, and they would have had the better fights, some more goal going towards them, it would have been a very different game. But I think that with the lead so far and with the soul being secured, it is very, very hard, unless Aria can potentially get a death cap here on this base, getting back into this one, because even that they do kill the carries, they don't really have the tools and inventory to get through this Wukong or Malphite right now.
Yeah, absolutely not. All the damage coming down on Harp. He's going to get locked up. That is one very, very dead Rakan. So with that, attention now towards this Baron. It is a 4v5 if the side of DFM choose to try and contest it. Nothing really used for that kill, just a bunch of basic abilities.
Yeah, just not even committing a single ult to find that kill. That was very effortless for them, but Harp has to put himself in bad positions, right? They have no other way to go check the Baron. They have no other way to get a flank. That's the sad thing about when you are behind in League. You have to, take so many risks to be able to get back to the game, and that's why you generally look like you're inting consistently when you are, caught off, out of guard, caught out of position. Not really much else you can do, but this is Team Secret Wales recognizing, okay, as long as we just take out this Rakan, there's no threat into our backline now, because there is no follow-up to really take us out when that Viol is just nullified.
Yeah. Now siege down the top side. Obviously the only wave that is pushed substantially enough to be able to try and threaten the tower. Still not able to get it on at least the first wave, but still got this cannon minion attacking and no real way to deal with it. Kakun not really got the damage there with those Void Seekers to truly threaten Team Secret Wales away. Taki being looked at, a lot being used, but Kakun goes forward and now he's just caught out. Nice kill though found by Arya. There's a lot of damage coming through. Hero finds himself in the back line. Will be able to take out that Kaiser eventually, and Eddie is completely untouched. Through the wall will go Ray Farkey. He does claim himself one, but on the other side of the team fight, it's these carries, Dyer and Eddie. They're going crazy. Guwon will be able to make himself out. Only Guwon and Ray Farkey will remain, but no ultimates, and 2 carries with the biggest rock you've seen in the entire world still available. This should be the last tower taken out. In fact, that's actually a respawned tower. Guwon will be taken out now. It's pretty simplistic from here. 22 seconds until the respawn of this Kaiser, and Ray Farkey with no ult doesn't really have the ability to do anything, and down will go the Nexus. It is going to be Team Secret Wales that take the first series of the night, 2-0.
I think Hero taking the tower there was the first time I saw his passive break in at least